Hello everyone, how are you all?
Hi, how are
Hello.
you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Hello, I am fine. How about you all?
I'm
I'm
good.
also fine.
Okay, so we'll start with a brief introduction of ourselves. I am AHSAN Khan.
My name is Muhammad ZUFAR.
My name is ROSLI.
My name is Lim Jie.
Alright, so for the topic of this group discussion is we're given with a situation. There is a guy, his name is Xavier, and he has just quit his corporate job and he is looking forward to following his passion of making desserts and baking stuff, and he wants to make a business out of it now. So he wants to make a startup, wants to be an entrepreneur now, and we're supposed to discuss what are the challenges that he might face and how exactly is he should plan his next step, his plan B if things fail, and what exactly he's supposed to do. All right, so you guys understand the topic, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay,
Yes.
so I suggest we take this situation forward with dividing it into three steps. Okay, first of all, let's discuss a little bit about on why exactly he is leaving his job. Okay, then next we can discuss about his passion and how only having his passion is not enough to run a business and take such a big decision that is so important for his life. And next we can discuss about his business plan. Okay.
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 So, so why do you think he's quitting a high paying, like it says that he's in a corporate job? So obviously management jobs they pay well. So why do you think he's quitting a job like this?
Oh, okay. That what I say is, I think, he leave the job is he dislike the job and he is more like to baking and he find the destination and the position of his life. So he leave
Okay,
the
yeah,
job.
right.
For me, I think Xavier is stressed out at his previous corporate job, so he want to enjoy his life by doing a baking, and also make money from that.
Right, right. That is also possible.
I think maybe they just don't like the job and the salary also too too little. So maybe he try to run a business,
Bakery.
maybe to make his life become more better and can earn more money to take care his family maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that is also possible. Correct. So I think
Yes,
it's
it's a
mentioned
good
that
point.
yeah, yeah.
Once
That's
again,
like I agree with all of you. All you all made like very good, compelling points. So yeah, that is one of the reasons. I think it is mentioned that he works in corporate job, and we all know that like corporate is like a very tough environment. It's very stressful. There's always deadlines. There's always projects. There's always hierarchy. There's your boss always behind you. So I think that is one of the reasons he's trying to quit. Or maybe it might be like he has worked very hard since like previously and he has saved up enough money. He was like really high paying, saved up enough
Yes,
money
I
to
agree with AHSAN because
move on
his
with his
business also
passion.
is
Yeah, his passion.
home based, right? So he can also when make money earn money and he also can take care his family because the business is doing at home maybe home based business. He can run the business with his family. Yeah. Mm.
Yes.
Right,
If
right.
he run with the family, the business, I think the more important is the time is flexible. He have a free time and take care the families at the same time.
Yeah, that is also comparing. Like corporate usually does not give you enough work-life balance. I think the thing that you're trying to say is work-life balance, right? There are enough time for
Yes.
family as well as enough time for his job. Yeah, that is also a very compelling point. Correct, I agree. I agree with that work-life balance thing. Okay. You want to add anything more, Zufar?
I think that's all from
Right.
ZUBAIR,
Okay.
but
Okay. So next up is his passion. He wants to leave to follow his passion. It's not like he's quitting his job for something that is instantly high paying. Like um, even if he quits his job, he wants to do something else that has more cash flow in the first initial days. It's not like he's doing that. He needs a lot of capital to set up his business right now. He's in very initial stages. And one of the things that he will face, one of the challenges that he'll face is with money. Like, I think the most important thing is money for him right now.
uh, to start a first business, to buy all the equipment, ingredients, and all that, you need
Exactly.
money. So,
Yeah, it's a big investment.
big investment.
Right. And he was previously working on jobs, I think the whole aspect of setting up a business, like all of the official work that is involved in setting up a business, you have to run to the offices, government offices, you have to do all the registration. I think that is very hectic and time consuming also. It's not like he'll just quit his job one day and the next day his bakery is started. So yeah, he has to keep that in mind as well, the whole timeline.
Yes. I agree with you all. Yes. Maybe he may to take out all their his saving or to cover
Yeah,
the
exactly.
fee and all the money that invest on
Right.
his business. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it is a big risk
exactly,
when
exactly. Yes,
when need to start a business.
yeah. So we're assuming that he has saved up enough so that he will start a business. Um, it's not enough. Like no matter how much he has saved up, there's always going to be something that is going to go wrong, something that might not work out exactly as he has planned. Like suppose he thought that he'll start up a bakery, he'll rent the place, suppose, and he assumed the rent to be something I don't know about. Like how much is the rent? Three thousand ringgits. It is very crucial that he finds a place in a good location that is in his budget, and that is not
Mm.
always that is going to happen. So I think there he has to keep um, more money tied into that. This is just one of the aspects where he has to spend his money. No, there is
Yes.
also other stuff. He has to buy the equipment, like you said so far. He has to buy the equipment, and bakery is not an easy stuff. Like if you see the high-end bakeries, they have to have a lot of things, a lot of equipment also, right?
Yeah, the lot of equipment, oven, stove,
Exactly.
and all that.
And also need to find a good baker to assist you. Yes. In
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
exactly.
also need to find
Uh,
people to find like assistant now.
Yeah,
uh,
he has to find help.
And
Yeah,
kitchen
he
helper
also
also. Okay, Grace,
um,
continue.
okay. Sorry for the interrupt. Um, what I say is, he need to find the customer because he need to start the business. He is new in the market and yeah, he is not um, all customer, so he need to find a new customer and then how to maintain the customer behavior.
exactly. Very good point. Very good point. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think about this. He is new to business, and he has to first of all he has to set up his place where there is more footfall, right? If people don't know there is a bakery open, they won't come. Secondly, he has to maintain the relationship and he has to retain the customers. That is very important. That's a very good point.
I think to solve the issue that Grace Lau mentioned, I think Xavier should promote his business into
Right.
social media like TikTok, Facebook, and so many others nowadays, so that everybody will know his business and come, and then he must to take care of them,
Right.
serve them well each time, and so on.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I think we moved on from his setting up phase to his customer retention phase now. So
yes, yes,
okay.
yes. Doing marketing is important,
Right.
especially doing marketing in online platform such as Facebook, TikTok, like this
Yeah.
can
So what?
attract more people, usually
Mm,
young generation, young generation.
Correct.
yes,
Correct.
I agree. For Jie and Jufa use the online. So what he want to do now is be creative than other. So the creative what they have, it can make the his business uh, quickly to stand out in the market. Ah,
Right. Right. Correct. Correct. One thing I feel we missed is like we went from his problems to directly what he should do after he sets up a business. Like I think we missed one point is that while starting a business, he has to have a very elaborate and complete business plan. He has to actually make a whole document on what is his plan. So in usually in a business, when you start, the first step is registration of your companies. All right. So in his business plan, I think these should be his steps. This is just like I have never set up a business. I'm just speaking based on like what I think he should do. First of all, is like setting up his business, doing all the paperwork. The next is investments and financials. So I think like if he's starting up on his own, uh, and he's like giving his whole life, he has given up his job and everything. I think it is better if he has like a secondary partner or investor, so that all of the money is not his, and if at all it goes bad, all of the money that he has saved up does not go into waste. Like half of it goes into waste. So you get my point, like
Yeah, I got it.
distribution
Means,
of the risk also, right?
Yes, yes,
yes, yes, I
I
got it.
agree.
Yeah, so that I think that should be his investment plan.
Yes,
And that's why I said about the whole elaborate business plan thing is like if he has to pitch this idea to an investor, he has to have all this stuff. This is what investors look for, right?
So I think for the business partner, he should look out for his best friend or
people who
his
surround him.
uh, uh,
Right,
people
right,
who surround him that also have passion in baking, so that when they are both doing this business, they both love it. Not half 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 heart do the business.
correct, correct, correct. I agree with that point, but I do not fully agree with that. Like the later point you said, like he should have a passion for baking. I don't think it is necessary. If it is, if he finds someone, it is well and good. But if he doesn't find, I'll explain why I disagree. Like suppose he is the one who is creative. Okay, he is the one who has a passion for baking. We are not told what his previous job was. So if he was an accountant, suppose he can handle it on his own. But if say he does not have a very good idea of sales, then I think his partner should be someone who is not particularly interested in baking, but is very good at business.
So
So that way they can both, counterpart each other, like balance, right?
yeah. I agree also with that.
Yeah,
So that they both can help each other, not that
exactly,
Xavier all alone.
exactly, exactly.
I
yes, yes,
agree
yes.
with that.
I also
But
think he need to hire maybe a professional bakery chef to assist him in bakery because bakery also is a professional industry, right? And
yeah, exactly.
also need to find out how about the customer favorite things. Also need to know
Yeah,
the new technology to make the bread or cake. Also, yes, or some dessert.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we discussed about his business plan. Now I think the next step would be for him to set up a bakery. I think you need to. I think Xavier needs to first of all make the contacts, and he should make the deals. Deals in the sense he's going to need flour, he's going to need salt, he's going to need butter and all this stuff. So he has to set up a channel of people who is going to supply them, right? People who are going to supply these things to him. And in this thing, like I know we all say support local, so I think it is good that he hires his local friends or families who are in this business. Suppose his uncle, he has like he is a trader of butter, so he can obviously approach him. But I think in order for a new person to succeed, his first few days are very important as a bakery, right? The football. So he has to keep the contingency plan ready. Like if his first contact who is supposed to supply butter, he has some issues, he should have backups. He should have backups for everything, right?
The ingredients.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
he need to find a good supplier, maybe a local supplier that he trusts, and also
Yeah.
he need to set up the menu for the what he saw, the item that he want to sell in the bakery. Yes, I
Oh
think this
yeah,
also
I
is
forgot
important.
about that one
Yes,
was. Yeah.
he need to find out what are the stronger point that his bakery have. Like some bakery strong at the making bread or making dessert or making cake. You need to
Right. Yeah,
find the
that
way.
is a very good point. I almost
Yes.
forgot about that. Thank you for reminding.
Hello. So sorry for the interrupt. What I suddenly got a new point. Because the question said that he is he want to making the baking where after finished their job his job, then I think he already have the model and prepare all the plan for start the business. So maybe we can go to the how to maintain the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move on to the maintenance part, but we like Lim pointed out, I think he should first of all decide on his menu. He should set like I don't know his uniqueness. What sets this bakery apart? Because there are like hundreds of bakeries everywhere. What he is going to make special, he needs to find that out. And the second thing is, I think the same comes under maintenance, like you said, maintaining the stable customer. He has to get um, loyal customers, and he'll get that through his uniqueness. Even if his even if his bread is subpar or some like not very good, he has to maintain like the relations. He has to have that attitude, a welcoming attitude. Because I know some where I live in my hostel, there's one guy who sells food. Okay, the food is average, but that guy, he serves well. He is like very polite, and he's so obviously he gets an upper hand when I'm deciding whether I order food from Food Panda or this guy. So that is very important, I think. So that is also one of the things he has to keep in mind.
So
So I think that those things are the things that he has to keep in mind while setting up the business. Now let's move a little bit forward. Okay, we already discussed. Now let's say it's his first day of selling his actual stuff. Okay, he has set up his whole bakery. He has set up everything. He has made the inauguration. He has called someone famous to inaugurate. So now what's next? Like, how does he maintain that?
so What's again the question? I'm sorry.
No, I said like he already started his bakery. It's successfully opened. Now, what does he need to do?
So
Yeah,
Maybe
to
he need
maintain the
to maintain the
business.
customer or maintain the
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
And he
and
also
also
need to do the about the branding. I think branding of the bakery.
right.
Doing branding, doing marketing.
and also, I think he needs to maintain his workload because tomorrow he wants to open his bakery again. So let's say he do not have many worker, or he's the only one worker. So he has to bake, he has to wash, he has to
attend
clean,
the customers. Yeah,
uh, and
yeah,
customer. So I think for him to maintain the business, he have to distribute
fine.
the workload and not handle it by himself. So he
Yeah,
need
that
to
is a
hire
good point.
someone.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so I think that's my point.
yeah. That is a very good point, and that is one of the things that is asked. That is our task to mention, like his delegation of work. That is very important. So obviously he can't manage the whole bakery alone. No matter what is the if it's a small bakery or a big bakery, he needs some people. I think okay, let's do this. What do you guys think are the posts that he should open? How many people he should hire and at what roles? First of all, I
Clean.
think he should hire a cashier. He should hire a cashier. Then you guys continue.
I think three, including himself,
Okay.
which is four actually,
Okay.
including himself. Cashier, cleaner, and head head chef for baker, himself, and assistant
Right.
who will help him. I think
Correct.
Uh,
four.
So this point is get organized. Just because the good organizer is the main point to success a business, right?
Right.
yes. I also think he need to have some crew members for kitchen to help the professional bakery chef maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, right. Okay. So, apart from that, do you guys think any other positions he should open? Or
I think for the first day and first week or first month, I think that's for only. And
yeah,
if the business expand, it is
yeah, he can all hire more.
he
Yeah,
have to hire more. I think that's
correct,
in the future.
correct. Um, okay. So, one thing I feel is important is that the marketing or the brand value that is going to make in the initial days is going to help him in the long run. So, do you guys think like he should hire someone specially for marketing? Personally, I'll say what I feel, then I'll ask you guys also. I feel like in the initial stages, he should not burden himself with too many liabilities. These people, he has to pay them their salaries, so that is like a liability on him. He has to keep in mind the budgeting, that even if the bakery doesn't sell anything for the whole month, he still has to pay their salaries next month. So initially, I think for marketing, he should like just ask his son or nephew who's like our age, who uses Instagram, Facebook.
I
Just
think for the marketing, he have just nowadays. They have a few marketing advisor that meets class at the weekend.
okay,
As,
okay.
so I think Xavier should join the class once in a while to get the knowledge that he needs to set up the marketing for his business. First, for early stage. Later
Okay.
on, in the future, maybe he want to hire someone for the marketing. I think can.
Yes.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Correct.
Yes, in my
What about you
opinion,
guys?
I think he also maybe can give some promotion, do some promotion in his bakery when his bakery is new open. Maybe gives the customer some promotion or selling
Right.
something like bundle,
So
selling something like bundle, give some promotion to
correct.
customer, so customer
Yeah.
happy, and then they will come in next time. Yes,
Yeah. So
it's
like
also
me
Yes.
and Zufar,
effective.
we said on the point of actual what do you call this thing? General marketing.
Yes,
And Lim pointed out a very good point about mouth to mouth publicity. Like when a customer comes, he sees there is a good offer or something, then he's going to tell more people on his own. So he doesn't have to spend money on marketing
yes,
in
yes.
this case. So that is a very good
Uh,
point. Thank you.
mm.
What about you,
uh,
Grace? What do you think?
I got a new point about this. Analyze your competition.
Oh,
Analyze your competitor. Because the competition is a bit the best result. How to successful in the business is you can not to be afraid to study and learn from your competitor, right? Uh,
right.
Yes, yes, I agree.
so uh, so he or he he business marketing department need to analyze the competitor who are the competitor and who has risk in their business and learn something from that. Uh, this is
Right.
because it can increase the knowledge and experience. Uh,
Correct. So yeah, yours is also a very good point about how he makes his product unique. Like if there is already a competition, suppose I am not very familiar with the brands over here, but who makes the bread? Which is the common company for bread over here?
Gardenia.
Gardenia.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I also buy Gardenia. So I personally feel
Massimo.
like, oh yeah, Wasim also. Correct. So if one thing I notice about that bread is if I have one of those bread, I feel full. That is the first time I feel that. Okay, I don't know if it's something with being more moist. So this is a problem. Do you guys also feel like this? Like
Sometimes,
Yes.
Yes,
sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes.
like, yeah. So I think he can. Um, these things everyone knows and everyone feels. So I think he can try to combat these problems, like how he makes bread that is that feels less lighter on your stomach or has lesser calories. So that is also a good point that he has to do a little bit of research regarding his own products and how he places them. Correct. So the main thing is like he has to be unique over there.
Uh,
Right.
So what?
So
So he need to be more creative and focused with their business.
correct. He has to make it unique, more unique. Correct. What sets him apart from the rest of the brands? Right. So we discussed his business plan, what he should do, and how he should maintain. Now let's assume that things don't work out very well for him. Okay. Now this guy has left his job. He has put in all of his money, or like has put in a lot of money. Now for the contingency plans, I think I already mentioned one was like he should not put all of his money in one place, and like there's a saying in business, you don't put all of your eggs in one crate. You know, if you get one speed bump, the crate bounces and all of the eggs are gone. So that is one thing. It's the same with money. You don't put all of your money in one investment. If that thing goes down, all of your money is gone. So I think that is one of the things that we already mentioned. Um, so before we talk about his contingency plan, what he should do, um, we'll, we'll take a one minute only just to discuss like what could go wrong that makes his business to fall down. What do you think? What?
Not get enough customer.
That is like
Always.
basis of all businesses, correct? Right. Okay, so that is, um, yeah, that is unavoidable. Like, if he doesn't have a good product, no one is going to come. Right. Yeah. Right. What about you guys, Lim and Grace?
Good service.
Okay,
Good
if his service standards go down, like maybe he's rude to the customers or something like that. If his image is ruined, that's what you mean.
Yes, yes. The image and trust, trust from the customer also important. Because when customer trust you, they will come back and buy your product. Yes.
Yeah, it is same with service.
When you
Right.
service good, the customer will come back. Yes.
Yes.
Right. Another thing I think which will drain his wallet is hiring too many people and hiring them at higher wages. And then, see, setting up, he has to have that thinking. Even he has to consider, like, every month, if he is thinking that he will sell for 10,000 ringgits, first of all, he should reduce his expectations to like 5,000 ringgits. And then he should make the expenses and the whole profit loss margin thing. So I think that if he miscalculates that, it is going to go bad for him.
Yes, yes. I agree with AHSAN.
Yes.
He want to make a detailed bit for financial plan. He have to calculate
Exactly.
what is the expense and the income. So he also need to try and find a way to make the income and the expense become balanced. So his
Correct.
business can be survive more longer.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So
So I think Xavier also need to take care about the machine in the bakery and use properly the machine and maintain also need to maintain as the maintenance plan maintain
right, right,
like usual.
right.
Yes.
So yeah, that is a good point because you can't tell when a machine is going to go wrong, and in a bakery, most of the work is done on like ovens and the big roller machines. So I think, yeah, that is a good point. So in our like a contingency plan for this thing is, I would say, having insurance for all of his equipment, because I know that all of the businesses, they have insurance for their inventory and machinery and all this stuff.
I think maybe warranty from the manufacturer. Maybe he can extend or buy the warranty from the manufacturer. So
Correct, correct.
the machine can get more longest warranty period. So when the machine is broken or have something, they can call the manufacturer engineering team come to service, yes, and repair the machine. So it also can cut the cost, save the cost to him. Yes.
Yeah, correct. And I think it is a big risk, and he should just be more safer and buy that insurance.
Yes.
Because if the machine goes bad, he has to shut down the bakery for like 2 or 3, maybe, I don't know, until he gets a new machine. Right. So any other contingency plans you think like he should have?
I think he if only his business go down so bad, I think he can. I'm not very comfortable with this, but I think Xavier can make a loan from the bank to start again the business,
Okay.
and do not make same mistake from his previous business.
Right.
His, uh,
Okay. So yeah, that is also a good plan. If his business fails, he should not lose hope and try to avoid the mistakes he made in this business while
start
he
again.
sets up his next business. Correct. That's a very good point. Anything you want to add, Grace?
My point is, he need to understand the risk and reward in their business.
Right.
This is because the key to be successful in a business is taking calculate risk to help your business grow. So a good question to ask when he start business and when he want to maintain the business is what is the downside? Yeah.
Correct.
So if he can answer this question, then he will know what the worst case scenario is. So this knowledge will allow he to take a kind calculate risk in their business.
Correct. That is also a very good point. Okay, yeah, that is a deep point also. Like you can make out 2 or 3 minutes more of discussion on that. So I'll just make it short and say like when he's starting a business, he has to calculate all of the risks, and he
Yes.
has to take those risks because one of the most important thing as an entrepreneur when you move on that path is the risk and benefits. If there is high risk and it works, oh, the benefits will be like through the roof. If his bakery works or he's something like a new gardenia starts up from his bakery, then his benefits are also higher. Risk and reward calculation. Yeah, that is. I think that is the end. That is the concluding point. You know, he has to take care of the risk and reward.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is about the business strategy. The
Yeah,
risk is high and the return
reward
is
is
high.
also high.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we covered all of the points that he should keep in mind while setting up his business.
Yes, I think we can make a
Yes.
conclusion.
Yes.
Yeah. So the four of us, should we start a business consultancy now? Just people what to do this. All right. I think that is enough for our discussion now.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we discussed a lot and learned a lot
Yeah.
from how to
Exactly.
starting a business and run a business.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I think that's enough for our discussion today.
Yeah, I think that's it. So
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
I think this is for us. Thank you, guys.
okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Very good points.
Okay.